Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video, and this is another paid request from Dinobot. Dinobot wanted me to react to another video that he had made for him, top 10 movies that things should be remade and would possibly work. And we wanted me to react to it. Now, I did mention before, but he made this already. Then in future, if you want, I could just read the stuff since he's typing all the stuff out. I just read them if he has future stuff. He said, okay, that's fine, but he had already made this and recorded. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'll react to it here in this time. So thank you, Dinobot. Anyone that wants to request any other type of videos, movie reviews, re-reviews, random thoughts, streams, commentaries, tier lists, rankings, video game playthroughs, whatever the case may be, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal. Do have a CashApp as well. Links are down below in the info box, and I will get to it as soon as I possibly can. So thank you. Pause the beginning. Let's get into it. For syncing, 3, 2, 1, pressing play.
Hey there, this is Dinobot Kiryu, and I'm gonna give. The day is actually March 20th. The time, I'm just kidding. I know. I decided because lots of the stuff I'm presenting to him are like as like him to like read stuff, especially try to keep it thorough because I want to give my it, but I know that I've had it like writing. I would like writing from my head, dancing, but experiment 20.
We got done before December, so that's an improvement.
Is easier than like. I was surprised when he did to either three-part video of. He surprisingly did the text read. When you watched it for a second, Matt just read it. Terrible that you had the writing, but I think so. I understand it.
Well, I mean, it's
especially when speaked, but
at least over an hour, like, as it took here for him over an hour.
To keep hearing the voice reading, but I predict that after the last franchises with Bull, as well as then out comes my favorite top 10. Don't know like for pacing. So, and also, I'm just having one of those writer's bar.
But in the future, I'll read it verbatim.
It's not a piece of cake to write a computers like writers because, you know, like the bare natural bouncing off people. But
I can read it in the future. That's no problem.
This one, which I'm gonna rewrote and or yet, I'm just like voice that. The top 10 movies where a remake might not be a bad thing, and of course remake. No, generally it's like. To me, remakes are only justified if there's like 99.9% of because remakes, slight tangent, but are in order from number 5 to number 1 with original. Well, as in the first movie, I think that was a great remake. Recently did it even better.
No, I wasn't sure, so I just read it.
That was a glob and atmosphere and music. The Frasier, I think the original 30s, just like a. Love the good blend of action. And then my number 2,
No, I can read it from now on. That's no problem. I can read it from now on.
And for like quick honorable mention, more deny for me to make of Invasion of the Body. I'll get around to Before I Was Born. Slowly getting up there. I've seen I Was Born, a movie that's come up this year. But to get the point, those remakes work because of dative like John Carpenter's thing and stuff. They're so good. Trying to just mix is stupid. And we'll give in terms of like sizes that I did a list of different K if the original's better. But yeah, so to stay on track, but the list of like movies I know that would actually possibly you already see the thumbnail here of what number is, and we'll get into it.
Now I'm fine with reading the text because you put a lot of work into writing it. So the fact you wrote it all out, I don't want you to also have to read all the stuff and put more added work onto it. Because you already put enough work in typing it. So if you put all the work in typing it, then I should be able to put in the work in reading it. So I'll read it from now on. This is the least I could do. If you send in the paid request, the least I could do is read it.
If it got remake cooler.
I didn't know it would bother me as much if I didn't read every bit of the text. But now that I know, because I would like skip some stuff, but I would get the general gist. But I didn't know that bothered him. Now that I know, I'll read it all.
Oh yeah. Last thing getting into the top 10 is first off, use the audio. I'll just put it in the message. To use the foot Like, it's up to you if you use the footage. But
So again, I'll read it out
for simplicity,
any
or actually just for
future
some up to.
times.
For me, people want to look at something, and fine. But you're full for music or anything. Um, and then Blick. To give a long story short, care to be famous in like
Yeah.
the late 2010s when I started YouTube, like all these videos.
Yeah, a lot of
and
remakes
like,
are
trying to
needed
pitch ideas
for stuff
kind of
nowadays.
I like to connect to people, and I'll connect people who don't know me. Peer book groups I've joined, like a few things. I try like ideas to people to see what they or then I've been like a loyal subscriber, like enjoy your videos and stuff. It's like I go
Hammer's Dracula, okay.
socially awkward, so but I don't want to make you false in context. Like videos like have only through you watching them. Because if you want to make it easy, I would prefer don't leave the link. Not because
Good
people
choice.
like it's gonna comment in the first, as because
Yep.
it's like after reading, really, you're just leaving a comment. So lineage of spare money. I get to act feedback and
Fun movie. We don't need a Mummy 4, but
and secretly
entertaining
inside,
film.
But on the outside,
Has an
I'm
Indiana
like, give her
Jones
some feedback
adventure
over no
flavor
feedback.
to it.
Like, having no feedback. I do wrong. Why no one
Yep.
gets like a million? I don't see many people doing their own cricket
Yeah,
noises.
first one's
you
good,
know?
sequel's not so
Let's
much.
get into the list. I would be up for the idea of Rin is. I would only want. They would screw it up somehow. Modern Home.
Yeah, David
And
Cronenberg
Indy
did a
still
great
off.
job.
I have that up. Disney especially, just like no. Well, anyway, so let's just go ahead and start. So number 10, which you've been looking, is Ridley Skew this
Things
now
great,
your
of
review,
course, yeah.
and I get why you did free on YouTube, and I've seen give my quick thoughts.
Yeah,
The
it's pretty
special
decent.
effects to me in this movie, I think it's even to look at, and Tim was great overall. So great atmospheric movie. My was very, and I think some people will
Cool.
shit be that like plain. Like this was one of Tom Cruise's roles, but it was just like not.
That's coming
something
up
they
pretty
couldn't,
soon,
but-
yeah.
By the way, Robert, like really? That's it. But when I pitch here a remake, what I wrote is basically like the two things I would want to do very different right from the originals. I don't think because and wonderfully proud. So my verdict would be do it like animation or to make it like distinct. It's in a different. This is gonna be a little curry. I mean, I would love to say make it modern day being never heard of it. The like actual story now, my like the proposal of the story is so generic. So like the quote be encouraged with this because me and that knows
Yeah.
that be 100% oh fuck, I Stroy doesn't want to be victorious. He's neither. He's just so we explore a lady that is nearly that she could make him challenge, keep him tougher, and stand her ground with him. It's a way of showing on the journey to rescue the prince, where he aids experienced traveler witch that's and as they quest to get the wild-spirited woman, then the prince, what we saw in sees the labor. So he supports her, her heart guides her, but like he has just wild lady. They reach darkness's stronghold, experiences to make the heroes darkness have proved their worth, creation of what and who they are. It might make legend a lot more but would be better to fully win inspirations from legend.
Yeah, a lot of remake
with
is
the
so
85
fucking
film,
good.
But I plan because I do a practical effects.
Slap
a lot
Happy Will as
on the
fucking
script and the
Genie.
thing. So here's your chance to pause. What
Genie
you
in
think
a
of,
bottle.
those ideas of the movie we got, or that's you putting it like a number 10. Number 9. I say about this movie. Sought this movie a video that's not up. It's on the end. I'll always remember that funny. Only go loud. Going up my ass.
I mean, Legend, I understand. I mean,
I can see easily.
Legend has a
It seems
good
like, well,
look
really,
to
why
it.
this whole movie. So my
Tim
alternate
Curry is really
cut,
good as the
which would be
devil. It's a really
way
cool
older
looking
now,
aesthetic.
yeah, like a very clever
But
said
Legend
for
just
me,
didn't
it was
have that
my
emotional
favorite. Then everyone
palette
gets
that it
yes,
needed.
this makes
Characters
the
were pretty
lore
bland.
they build their very
It's a good looking
hard
movie.
the
It just needed
magic
better.
like again like he never got to, so he's happy. Yeah, the ending we got, he the pop square, it was an inspiration for Michael Bay Transformers because of the fact that if Bumblebee did, I'm like, did they just a kid
Yeah,
watch like
makes sense.
Garfield, Alvin?
To
Oh, I
me,
saw some good ones.
my
I
pea
did,
brain.
but I can easily imagine if I was a kid, I would think the opening like, Mom, Dad, this is. I would just be so put off that. The reason I saw it was because I was in the ending, but my better is worse than the end and weird looking, but not just curious, inspecting some simple perspective. Then come
No,
with,
makes
then
sense.
come home with the air concept of things are over ambitious for first aliens, activity sequel with animation like the child's innocence of wonder argue.
No, I figured
It's
they would
just
look
about
at something, look at the
act, but if
picture
you can
stuff
keep
instead of just
scratch,
me
or
in my
just have like
face.
you're identical, and if they're like auto tune their best to, like, and then do some voiceover and like maybe that's how you get 4K resolution and just make it elm grain to like good idea. I think that would be a way to do it. So that way it's like what we call it, like not the better like 2/3 are good. So I would any objection to a sweet classic of the 80s. And here's your chance to pause. Now on to number 8, Lady Hawk. That was by Richard Donner. In fact, it's kind of funny that like but he didn't do Lady Hawk. He was and he also wanted to do Timeline. Jerry Goldsmith just couldn't did The Omen, and that man he just couldn't. Every time he had a chance, just couldn't. Years ago, and I don't blame you. He's just this is more interesting than the movie itself. Like, I know it was like just before he got big. Matthew Broderick did Ferris Bueller. He didn't. I don't personally. His role was fine. But yeah, the biggest problem I have people where one's like a love. Idea of a love dynamic of love being, even if one's like people. Someone could have the story in this movie when for me main focus.
Well, I mean, some people just they just. Some other people are just as socially awkward as well, or they just don't have anything worthwhile to say, or they're busy with their family and other people, and sometimes you just don't have anything worth.
One of them will become like.
Speaking to myself, sometimes I don't have anything worth a shit to say and reply. So I don't know, because I have nothing worth a shit.
That to me would be a potentially compelling, interesting, in some ways, maybe. The chase. I know never was in some romance.
So don't leave the link. Okay.
It doesn't have to be like a straight up like there's the idea, better than I don't think it would get that mad, but I don't. Sure, you remake it. You got good. Maybe want people to see a remake of this. And
I've gotten those.
Pause. Done with pausing. This number 7, Barbarian Queens. Though I just hey, my first 4 movies on this live.
Well, I appreciate
did not plan
that. Thank you.
It was just I thought funny.
I appreciate
like
that.
I went Back to the Future, Rambo 2, as the Goonies, Signs. Or as for just look at the poster. It's like sexy fit females,
Yeah.
But also,
No, I mean, it's not that anybody does anything wrong.
I even wrote.
But I can understand your thoughts. People don't want to feel invisible. In the world of today, we don't want to feel like we're invisible.
Because the 2 biggest things
no one ever wants to feel like they're invisible. I feel that way a lot of times. I feel invisible a lot of times.
Or can be tough.
I mean, I'll do a lot of videos and I'll get like one comment.
And
I mean, people, I'm not a popular guy. I mean, some people assume I'm popular. I'm far from it. I'll do 10 videos and 8 of them will get maybe 1 comment. So, I'm not a popular guy at all.
That to me, is a
far from
what
it.
I heard in this movie, there is
I'll do a post and I'm lucky if I get 3 comments.
For me, it's
so
just movies. Personally,
It's not you. It's
deal with it. Not
everybody.
comfortable for you, but for me, I'm like
We
I
all
always,
have that,
fun like each us to with
including
like either a
myself.
different person or realize along the way. Like
And
that
again,
to
a
me
lot of
was
people don't
very
comment on
awesome
my
movie.
stuff, so
Though if it's funny that I say deep down, they did like even if they were more close, like maybe they were like close, just like hey. I'm not someone.
yeah, I agree.
It's
It's a
but then
good
we
looking
did have,
movie.
yeah, I don't support that uses, but they're like, there would be people like were to show it, and then I have my cake and eat it
Tim
too.
Curry's
I
makeup's
want to
really
have
good. Yeah,
like like a hollow shells. I would want like, main villain is all evil. Then I'm just like, if you could at least throw in one,
yeah.
just like
Tim Curry did a great
like,
job.
tags along with go along. Move along with food. Erotic adventure rape. Thank you. Oh yeah. Pause.
That's funny. Rather bland. I was just saying that the characters were
One
bland.
where, for all I know, you want to read full eclipse, one of the best Yurkin. Disagree kinda on. I saw flips from YouTube, and I didn't think it was what it was. Good ideas. I'll write down. I'll have at least a movie where it's kind of like this, but does its own. The biggest thing that we don't really see them get to be warring too much. It was just I'm looking for it and stuff. Though of course, I mean I'll take GI.
Should have stuck the unicorn up her ass.
Like I didn't.
That's probably
feel
what she
I
wanted.
felt like 2 or 3
Maybe
of
Tom
them
Cruise dick is
got
limp.
or
She's
attention
not getting
in the
it.
movie.
She needs the
The bad
unicorn's
guy
horn up her
asshole that
cooch.
found Lance Henriksen and Apple, like authoritarian bad guy with like, or
This
just
time the
have
unicorn
cops,
fucks her.
like,
This time
like, what if they
it's
had a
switched.
like
The
a
guy
stuff?
gets killed or
And
stabbed and
I
hurt,
personally would
and the
have
unicorn
wanted all of the other
goes after the
Namek
girl.
and
And the
werewolf,
unicorn
to, like, look
saves the
cool
girl.
and
The
stuff,
girl
but,
falls in love with the
little, like,
unicorn
aliens,
because she wants
we
the
all
horse
remember
dick.
Hudson, we remember Vasquez, like
That'll be the
other
remake.
members
The
or
unicorn's the
team
hero.
members
It gets the girl at
as
the end,
whole
and you
brings them
do
together.
donkey
So
shows in
I do feel like a
Mexico.
more interesting idea. If you don't
Unicorn may
like
become a
remake,
donkey. Who knows? It's a
but
magical
this idea
creature.
sequel taking place many years, just
Actually,
inspired
it'd be a new
Fang Guy
different. I mean,
live.
who?
think,
Which would you
maybe
rather
just
see? A
found
girl
out
with a
if
donkey or a
you're
girl with a
interested, I gave
unicorn?
like bios for every character because I know you like
Come
them.
on now.
If it's like then of a movie of werewolf cops,
Think of all the possibilities that horn will go to.
was think of ideas. I wanted to say like, oh, so basically what I'm, but they're hot women, and they're human, I guess.
Who's Jet Pop?
Okay. This one is.
I
one
just
I'm
said
gonna
the
take.
Jet
I
Pop.
actually like to see you pause to see what I write, so I can see the movie where might just so crap. We have to say guesses of how you would, and then if you just say I don't have it, you just keep playing. So, oh, don't blame you. The Disney movie Ray and the Last I think would be the most, but I not many people like it. So I'll just sometimes. God, character Sisu here was at some found. I did not mind her, and my soft spit, or as this movie was coming out, I today and incorporated her into the that winds up creating an entirely different king. Only the name.
No problem, man.
From a Cretaceous man, she's snakish, but could have all about pushing for species code. But as she gets older, not only more racism she sees and has to fence, it gets to her, his friends and family. She loses her dear husband in the last battle. She actually goes against her moral principles. That's there before it gets more short. My Sisu, and when one thing she is betrayed more as little grandma that may be, but is more of a subtle show off, and they want as
Tom Cruise with a Z?
Murder of Joy, and by my soft spot for the character like the dragon in the movie. So I'm gonna pause.
I'm sure he
briefly
knows
to
that's not how
the
you
real
spell
one.
Tom Cruise. It's probably just shorten it
Anyway,
because people would
as
get the
for the
hint.
movie,
People,
that the world
like you get the idea.
of
That's what
this
people
a
go.
longer film or just a 3 to 4 characters and their potential could have been more memorable and make it that more fulfilling theme of trusting people. It is not inherently a bad message. No one and to have less this. Not everyone is the same. It is possible to go among people and did not trust the right people, just on the individual with. I like this movie. At the end of the day, Ray and the Last Dragon fumbled on the writing end, I don't know with Monorar screwing up a lot. Pause to say how that all sounds. The halfway point of Beast Drummers film spent many years of how. The biggest thing is, Hellsing should have been a fun, going from one act to another, facing nine game wonder monsters, like having the girl be a now stop him, which is funny, you know, the actual actress is vampire.
I don't know about the
But
idea of
that is
losing
a
to the
former
darkness. I
takedown
don't know
over-
about that.
So he lived evading Dracula's domesticate, despite, you know, glory. He agrees.
I think a lot of people would be
to work
disappointed with
Van
that
Helsing to stop
kind of
Dracula and finding a mutual
trajectory of the
bondage
story.
Mr. Hyde, a nod, the creature from the Black Detective, to one act, and in a cave, a nod to 1955's Spider Woman taunts to eat
Yeah.
that is sent out to incredibly classic original style monster that was dead, and Van Helsing shows him. A document, however, the
Well, I like the
end's
idea
not
of changing up
my
the
work, but
plot,
you can't win
changing
them
up the
unless you
story
make them
so it's
conclude
not as
without-
generic.
But the
Because it
point
did
is,
feel very
if
too
we-
generic.
characters don't have you could have right, not all CGI,
Yeah.
which looks so. Pause. On to, we're near the end. Number 3, Wolfen, which and funny enough, of the 3 movies from '81, this was the first one I saw. Then I saw American, easily my ranking of those, and then this. I'm guessing, unlike Fully View, of a remake, especially if you so it wasn't as cool. Hey, this cover here, like the one where it's as the pull.
I don't know why my video of that is not up
main
anymore.
highlighted like back in the guest covers and posters. Like actually see the movie. Like man, that looks dope today, but back looked really cool. As for just meh, the F-15, it was weird.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to my review.
Another
Of
good
it.
thing about this was the aliens, and that's where I'm pitching my idea. Is that like the biggest idea?
Yeah,
and I know
I mean,
Dog Soldiers and Dog Soldiers is.
I don't
two
know.
things.
Maybe someone may
Either
do with
get
AI.
The director
Maybe to do with
of
AI.
The Swarm from 1978 to do that, or what if this was just a movie instead of parts like the.
I mean, yeah, maybe if you get someone who knew how to handle AI, get the AI creations of the 3 kids.
Detectives get involved, and the gang is their last.
Yeah, but how would you
stretch,
get the
so they're
dialogue? Because the dialogue wouldn't
taking
fit
it
the
to
best.
the businesses that force.
Unless it
laws to
becomes like
move
a
into
silent movie
suburban turf,
afterward.
mistreated citizens.
Or
to
you
the
take
industrial
lines from
system.
the
So I'm actually ended like in a house. You would also
finale
have
we
kinda
delete
cool,
and
like,
rework them
the
into
werewolves
it.
are kind of the bad guy for them a little bit. Like the moral teens, detectives and cops arguing with this alpha, like ideals, and this is wrong, but it's like stuff we love is being taken loophole for the climax is in building.
Yeah, the aliens should
battling
not have been
Johnson,
obnoxious, I
even maybe
agree.
some middle skills, but take missions from their opponents to use them as
Yeah, I
irony.
don't care for the look either.
You can, where it's like business CEO shall now be under and the so I came up with that actual ending where that's how but maybe
Too many
we're
pop
gonna have
cultures.
asshole corporation characters like the good guys act
Joe Dante
James
wanted to be a
Cameron's first
Looney
movie.
Tunes type of ending, and it
I
wasn't the
think
right
that-
fit.
American Werewolf in London and The Howling, like have actual werewolf did American Werewolf in London and then
It's like if
also-
E.T. ended with
I forgot someone with
fucking
Baker.
scene from
How about Stan
Spaceballs.
Wolfwood? Could be wrong on that.
Or
but I
Close
think
Encounters
the
of the Third
werewolf
Kind
movie
ended
along with- then
like the
I
film
think that'd be
Paul.
really fucking awesome. And this would be seen
Like the
as
aliens
a
came out and it was the
precursor
Seth
to
Rogen Paul
Aliens.
scratching his
I have the
non-existent
score by
balls.
James Horner. If you can think of some cool feel free to comments, but yeah, for me this was a waste
Like
of
imagine
a
Close Encounters of the
movie.
Third Kind and Seth Rogen's Paul came
movie
out and
got
says, "I want to
with-
fuck that chick."
I'm trying to make the poster, and I don't think I don't need great actors of the. The guy who did the John Wick films could have if we remade Wolfen today. There's like a maybe, like, in case I've gone on for too pause, so you can say.
Yeah, not annoying.
Now 2, this is the one I'm gonna be. I don't think you reviewed simply the proof to be as a secret society. I think the idea of nodding to the lizard be racist of a conspiracy theory. These people disguise actually those damn lizards, and I'm like, so you're mad if you're so anyway,
Yeah, I like that.
what held Nominus Rex back I believe it's acting by B movie actors.
That's how we relate to each other.
If this was done to go
The
Dino human
innocence
makeup,
of childhood.
talented actors, more
And keep
interesting
that as long as you can.
renegade of the dinosaurs suddenly ruled the earth. And last thing starts and that original after time, I would trust him because I think he's another writer and director because I think Shin with like
I fully agree with that. I agree
but
with
it should
that.
also have telling to go along with the acting. So to keep and the longest to this, but let's get number one is a movie that's like what even
What
is
an
this
AI?
movie? Remake,
Just AI the
personally,
stuff.
and I kind of did Sahara, a 2017.
I know people are against AI. I
obscure,
understand.
I had a quick.
That's saying.
French,
I mean, I'm not saying to take jobs away from people and make full AI. I know, but just stuff like this are like fans
is because
who don't
it's
have
like
the expertise to do that.
First 15 minutes
For the shits and giggles.
and 15 minutes. This movie for me, like that opinion you have for Hung, which I agree with, it's the first of setup. Then there's what happens. That just the opening of this, who, and he's like he hears about the tree, food and water, safety, and it's like he wants green
The
snake,
worth a shit
female,
cut.
Princess or whatever. I've not seen.
Here's the
this
cut
movie,
that's worth a
but,
shit.
like, so she's kind of Jasmine, where like life in luxury.
No, I fully agree.
Leave. Don't. You come on. So you can already see where that seems going.
Yeah.
So
I think the movie would be more
dynamic was an
better remembered if it
outsider
didn't have that stupid
Beavis,
finale.
The earth snake who wants to disguise himself to look like a snake. Sky,
They have that
the
shitty
other,
finale.
opposite,
Explorers
so
would be
they don't
talked
even
about
know.
more.
And I'm like, oh, that can me think. Is so we're gonna two snakes. Others
I did not like this one at
fit
all.
into the rainforest neighborhood. Meanwhile, he shows her. So that only like that. I know that doesn't personally seem
The
too
movie
many
itself
that,
left
and if
little
I
impact.
had,
I agree.
Focused on that is so no, but for me, Disney is not DreamWorks. It's not non-big studio animated film. If that's what they went with, go. I'm gonna say what you think about like that. It's not original, but it make a nice thing, banter or something into shove, or just be like it's like how to connect, or whatever. But one little movie, and they're only getting into it, and where the snakes are portrayed as bad guys. I've always liked the bad. Fuck yo, I think they're cool. So yeah, pause to say more because we'll go hopefully. And now into what we actually got. So wait, watching this movie, two snakes gets kidnapped.
Yeah.
And the rest of the this bad guy to make these snakes history with like our snakes, like who she's been kidnapped with, meet with Evis going to like rescue her with like the girl snake's brother song of that dude, or like being and I said this movie's staged for the fact the rest of the movie's just about that. Her idea over established in the cells.
Matthew Brown didn't do much
and
for
it's
me.
just like, yeah, so you're even
film.
going to rescue her, and she's rescued within like form of connection, maybe. But to me, like this movie, my typical rescue, pre-established like Bond. 10 minutes. Writer shows the insider how it could be a good and doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's why the film got made in the first
dread
place. Is that
from movie Remake, but they don't
unattainable
fall in
love aspect of the story.
How the movie we got compared to what I had in mind. So my top 10 most would personally like. I'm confident that like, yeah, like solely remade just so that we could. He looks in, but like, and why is that modern? Where's the end? That's whole. Is it okay or terrible? And little trivia, because while I'm at it, one point they actually, I do remember the movie came out. I remember thinking, okay, like even sequel, maybe that now that she's been interesting adventure, but the sequel just when I look back on Wikipedia, that or if it was that someone just fake stood in, but yeah, like I only want, but now just remake this movie, and I'm gonna. People who
the guy was
either would say it or
I think the guy was in love with
do
Michelle
much
Pfeiffer's character,
so
the bad guy.
Hopefully pausing to save your
I
So I
wanted
know you're
Michelle
not the
Pfeiffer
sound reactor, she would
for
just be
his
like, "Hey,
own.
man, just, like,
If I can't have her,
purely
no one can have her.
input."
I believe that's what it was.
Also, let me know, or just listening to
Could be wrong on
up
that,
for the idea. We'll just go.
just I've only seen the film once. Hmm. I mean, what? Yeah. Hmm. There'll be some. There'll be some. I know there's a bit of a cult following for Lady Hawk. I don't get it, but there is. All right. Lady Hawk, yeah. If they remade Lady Hawk, they could make it a fucking porn film. I wouldn't care. Hawk can fuck the wolf in the ass for all I care. And a literal flying 69. Never seen Barbarian Queens. 85. Yeah. 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 Yeah, Barbarian Queens, I did not see it. I like the poster. Titties, 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 and ass. Here's a remake. Take the same thing, make a porn. they, they all fuck each other. Squirt, 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 squirt everywhere. Become a tsunami. That's how they kill the bad guys. They do a tsunami on them. They show their backs to the origin of pussy. Speaking of milk, a lot of milkers around. A lot of milk cartons around here. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Of course. Of course. Like the new Red Sonja movie that I reviewed. Well, yeah, there's the one guy in Red Sonja remake that was had a bit of the hots for the lead, but Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah. You'd be safe in watching Death Wish 3. Maybe Death Wish 4. Yeah, Death Wish 1 and 2 have a bit of that. Yeah. True. True. Right. Of course. Yeah. Sure. Don't really have any issues with what he's saying. Don't know. Yeah. Show him. Show him them tits. As long as they get on their knees and suck my dick, I'd be fine. Show them tits. Yeah, I mean, I like Phil Eclipse, but it's a made for HBO movie, so it doesn't have the biggest budget. I like it for what it is for its low budget. Hmm. Yeah, that didn't bother me. Hmm. Bruce Payne. Hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, Aliens is definitely better, but I mean, as a movie that was released on HBO with all the terrible werewolf films, I didn't mind it. I'd have no issues with that. I mean, if they did a sequel or whatever, I mean, it wouldn't bother me. They could do. I mean, if they did a remake, it's not like I would be mad or anything. It's like, okay, we want to do this, but we don't have a bigger budget. That's fine. I mean, I still like this film, but, I wouldn't mind, if they do another one with a bigger budget. Do like Day Shift. Like the Jamie Foxx film Day Shift, like, give that finesse and. There's five of them. I'll be honest, I do not remember this film at all. I don't even know if I've seen this film. If I've if I've seen this film, I don't remember it. Like, seriously, if I saw this film, I don't remember it. I don't remember a fucking thing about this movie. Really? Okay. Okay. I get you. Sometimes you wonder when I'm looking down is to be concentrating on what he's saying. So sometimes I look down just to concentrate more. Yeah, I'll take your word for it because I don't remember the movie, but it sounds a bit more fleshed out the way you described it. Oh, so I did watch it. Damn. I didn't even remember watching the film. He said I reviewed it. Shit. It was that memorable. When the hell did I review it? Hmm. Sound good to me because my review's gone. I don't know what happened to it. I believe him that I reviewed it. I don't know. Yeah, Van Helsing, very flawed film. Yeah. Calm down on the CGI, did a better Dracula, did a better Frankenstein monster. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Man, especially though Stallone, I don't know if I still see him in the role. Huh. Hmm. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, calm down with the CGI, recast Dracula, recast Frankenstein monster. Van Helsing looked like shit. Fuck Wolfen. Wolfen, man. They'll probably do another Wolfen sometime. I would not be surprised. No. Better cast. The lead character sucked. Yeah, it was boring. Poster was cooler. Yeah, it's a good poster. He's not wrong. Yeah, that's true. The original clickbait. Yeah, that'd be nice. Even if you don't, it's fine. Well, you never get the guy who did the swarm because no one likes the swarm except me. I mean, James Cameron, this would have been better first movie than Piranha 2 The Spawning. That's fine. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I don't care for the protagonist being bitten by the werewolves. I mean, I'm fine with the CEO getting killed, though. Yeah. And then James Cameron did this instead of Piranha 2 The Spy. I'm sure he would like that, too. Joe Dante. Oh, Rob Bottin. Rob Bottin did The Howling. Rob Bottin. Yeah, Rob Bottin did The Howling effects. Yeah, it'd be less boring. Could be a lot less boring. Or Gregory Hines, let him be the lead. Have Gregory Hines be the lead. Robert Forster. Robert Forster from Alligator or Gregory Hines, let him be the lead. Because Gregory Hines' character was interesting, but he has nothing to do and he gets killed. And the lead was fucking boring. Hell, Tom Selleck. Why not Tom Selleck? Before he did Runaway. Why do you have Robert Forster bring up Gregory Hines or get Tom Selleck? No, I don't think I've seen this. I've heard of it. Sure. I'm only racist against meat popsicles. Like Fifth Element. Because I am a meat popsicle. Yeah, if it was Sci-Fi Channel, that explains a lot. Oh, was it like Stephen Baldwin or Daniel Baldwin? No Baldwins. Had no Baldwins involved. If it could make a film worth a shit nowadays, there's a lot of talented people that got worse as they got older. Yeah, he's a good director. Star Trek 2, Star Trek 2, Star Trek 6. Or did the people that made the movie Alien Nation? I've never even heard of this movie. I've heard the Sahara Matthew McConaughey and Steve Zahn. Huh. Yeah, never heard of it. Sure. Okay. Of course. Right. Hmm. Yeah, it's a familiar idea. Sure. Perhaps. Depending on how the voice acting and the animation is, seeing it all in motion. Sure. Hmm. Yeah, Leatherhead in Ninja Turtle comics. He's a good guy. Leatherhead in the 2003 Ninja Turtles cartoon. He's a good guy. They die. Hmm. Hmm. Fellow captives. Hmm. Yeah, I was just going to ask, why are you so gun ho? That's fine. I was just about to ask, why does he care that the girl got abducted? Hmm. Right. Hmm. Sure. Yeah. Right. Yeah, it doesn't happen in Dread. Yeah, I mean, I just see the point. You want to see the characters better developed. I can understand that. Hmm. Yeah. Chase scene. Chase movie. I mean, I think the other idea is generic as well. It's like people who switch places, like Garfield, Tail, Two Titties. They switch places, then they realize how the other world works. Splitting airs or Rip Moranis. Even trading places with Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd, where Eddie Murphy starts to realize how it is for money. Dan Aykroyd realizes how it is with poor. So like Trading Places with John Landis back in the day. But I just see like if you were into the characters, you want to see some development of a friendship, and then it just becomes a chase movie. Hmm. 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 So you don't know if the sequel idea was a real. Hmm. Remake it for America. No problem. Thank you. No, that's me. I'm of that second. Okay. Okay. You have a good day too. Thank you. Well, first and foremost, thank you once again, Dinobot, for your kindness. I do appreciate that. Number two, to answer your question, uh, go if you do more in the future. We'll go back to you writing. I'll read it out. Just like I said before, if you're taking all the time to write it out anyway, the least I could do is just read it, and this time I'll read it verbatim. Just again, I didn't know. I thought it was okay, but now that I know it's not okay, then I can do it, step by step verbatim. I can do it that way, so that's no problem. Because again, there's no reason you doing double the work, writing then doing it when you already did the one work and I'll do the rest. So I think that's more fair. So you do the writing, I'll do the reading. The reason I don't pause is because if I pause it, because I want this visual and your voice so that people could hear. I don't want to. I don't want to make sure that the things get screwy in the editing because you gotta edit these. Because this camcorder can only do 33 minutes, and then it automatically shifts to another 33 minutes and 25 seconds. So I always have to put it together. I don't want it to like all of a sudden it's now you're talking about this, but my edit now is talking to this, and I gotta re-edit the stuff. So just makes it easier. And of the ideas, Legend, yeah, Legend made sense. I don't know if they were captured the practicality, the effects, the tone of that original though. But I mean, if you did other stuff where, yeah, if you had a better written characters, less generic story, that would have helped. I'm not sure about Darkness winning, but I do like the ideas they have of just making a less generic story. Explorers, fully agree with you about the third act. Lady Hawk, honestly, you can do whatever you want with Lady Hawk. That's one of those films I did not give a rat's ass about. Even the concept, I'm like, whatever on the concept. But I get the appeal some would have with it, so. Barbarian Queens I haven't seen. My remake would be a porno where they all suck my dick. Full Eclipse, I like the film. But yeah, it's a made for HBO. I mean, it was released on HBO at a low budget film. I think for a low budget film, it's entertaining. But if someone said they're inspired by the film and they don't do their own werewolf cops, team of cops movie, I'd have no problem. I'd be like, sure, let's see it. As long as you don't use shitty CGI, did good cast, put some more action in there, I'd be fine with it. Raya and the Last Dragon, I forgot I had even seen the film. So I'll take his word on what he said being because I don't remember a single thing about the movie. Van Helsing, yeah, more creatures would have been cool. Creature from the Black Lagoon. Bill Paxton's Jekyll and Hyde, I do like that idea. Stallone, I don't know about him as the Frankenstein monster. I think maybe he'd be a bit too old. Maybe someone like a Vin Diesel. Or a Gerard Butler. Maybe a Gerard Butler type. Brendan Fraser as the monster would be interesting because it'd be kind of a flip on The Mummy. He's worked with the director before, Stephen Sommers. Yeah, Wolfen sucks. I mean, I wouldn't really care for the lead characters to get bitten and turned into werewolves. I'd have it be like they kill the CEO and then maybe be like a tragic ending where they got what they wanted, but it is also about survival and or you kill the werewolves, but then the cops they or you know what? You do someone like James Woods. James Woods. Here's what I would do, Wolfen. I would get James Woods. I have the werewolves kill. I have the werewolves kill a lot of the executives, but they don't kill the main CEO. The werewolves get killed, but this is like an evil CEO, like a vicious bastard CEO, and he's like everything fine and dandy, and he's always been given the top shit, played by James Woods. And then James Woods, if you ever seen a movie called Cop, what was the line of dialogue he had? The good news is you're right. I'm a cop. And maybe I gotta take you in. But the bad news is I've been suspended. I don't give a fuck. He just shoots the guy. Blames it on the werewolves. So the werewolves died, but they got what they wanted. And then the cop, like James Woods, kills CEO because he realizes how terrible he did. Have him be like a murderer. You know, he got some of the reason the werewolves push is because some of their brethren are killed because of the CEO. The CEO just thought they were humans and just got them killed because they were homeless or whatever and didn't care about their lives, just care about the bottom line of money. And throughout the investigations, James Woods or someone like that finds out, and that's how he could push. Because I think you're a piece of shit. I don't give a fuck. What happened? They didn't make it in time. They killed each other. Something like that. And I have like a quiet ending. Like Escape from New York or something. Where the hero walks away, the lead walks away, has a cigarette, doesn't have a cigarette, quiet music. So it's not a uplifting ending, but it's a somber ending. kind of like The Hitcher from 1986. I just think of that music from The Hitcher at the end. None of his Rets I've heard of. Sahara, yeah, I'd never heard of this one. Yeah, I understand you wanting more character development. Nothing wrong with wanting more character development. You thought it'd be more of a character piece, and they just turned into the typical chase movie, and however that was implemented, it was implemented in a weak-ass fashion. It's like, yeah. It was more interesting when there seemed like there's more piece to the pie, so to speak. So I can understand that fully. So thanks once again, Dinobot Kiryu. I can never pronounce the last name. Thank you. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your patience. Again, in the future, I'll make sure to read them verbatim. Now that I know, no worries. But thank you for your kindness. Hope everyone has a good time. Good night. Be safe. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye for now.